I found a crazy surprise in Ohio. Come along with me. You're going to be surprised. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to the newbies. I have had some new subs, which again, so exciting. I wanted to share with you a trip I took on my way back from Chicago. Chicago is a long trip for me. It's about 10 hours. So I decided to cut it somewhat in half and stop in Ohio. And when I was looking for places to stay, I found this place. The whole time I was driving there, I said, no, I don't think this is true. Come with me. I'll show you a great little town where I stopped just for one night, but it was great. And I thought, I got to take some pictures and share this with people who may or may not know that this exists in Ohio, because I didn't, not until I went there. So I stayed overnight in this beach resort in Ohio, if you can believe that. It was adorable, but I had to drive through all these cornfields, and I was like, there's no beach here. What are we talking about, beach? And then you get to this, you start seeing like, well, there's a couple wineries, but you start seeing like boats on in people's yards and stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, there's got to be water coming up. And then you get to this drawbridge that like it opens up really big, like the two big flaps like open up, and it's a tiny little bridge for all the boats to go through, and that's Lake Erie. And so this is Port Clinton in Lake Erie, and it's literally the beach. Seagulls, sand. There's a little like bar and grill that's right here, right across from the property. So you just walk over the sand and you go to eat, which is where I ate last night. And then I took some really nice pictures of the sunset and the boats out on there. It looks like the beach. It's almost like Lake Michigan in Chicago. So this is the second big lake that I've seen that reminds me of a beach. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, driving back from Chicago, and decided that I wanted to stop somewhere because the ride back would be 10 hours. So I did like 4.5, and I'm going to do another 4.5 to 5 hours today to get home. Let's take a look at Lake Erie, Beachfront Motel and Resort, Port Clinton. Ohio. That's funny, I think. And the name of the restaurant is Dock's Beach House. DOCK''S, Beach House. Wasn't that crazy? I mean, I guess people who live there would know this, but I live in Pennsylvania, and I didn't know that near Lake Erie that there's a whole big island there either. So I guess it just depends on where you live. Some people who live in Ohio also don't know that this exists. And it's a beach resort, which is really funny. I mean, they bring the sand in, to make it look more beachy. It's a quaint little town. I went to eat in a local little place right before I left that morning. Beautiful atmosphere. People are really nice. I definitely want to hit it again. when I have more time, like maybe a long weekend or something. Also, I think it's called Oak Harbor, which is close by. I think I want to hit at one point or another. So it's kind of great because it's that midpoint for me. Every time I go to Chicago, I can either stop there on my way there or on my way back, or both, really. Lake Erie is so big, but I think Lake Michigan is bigger. And that was the first lake that I experienced where I saw waves and it was huge. And I was like, it's like an ocean. I have been raised on coasts. So I've seen the Atlantic and I've seen the Pacific, but I've never been near large lakes. Until my daughter moved to Chicago, I never went there. I had no idea. I went to Michigan, but it was more inland, so I didn't get to see Lake Michigan. So I never really got to see how big a lake can actually be, and that it could be, like a beach. So tell me what you thought. Did you know, one, did you know that there was beaches in Ohio? Two, have you ever been to the beaches in Ohio? Three, do you live near the beaches in Ohio? Would you want to go visit? Because I think it's a really cool place to go. Nice, relaxing, right on the water. You made it to the end. I'm so happy you stuck around. You know what I'm going to ask, right? I'm going to have to see. Let's see. What can we do this time? You can either put down a little beach emoji, which I believe they have, but if they don't, write the word beach. And on that note, I got to go. I'll catch you next time.